So the goal of this video is to analyze the first two chords that we have here in Chorale 3. Before we get to that, let me just play Chorale 3 one more time so we can hear how this sounds. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh no. Okay, sorry about that. I forgot that once it gets all the way to the end, it's going to start at the beginning the next time. Okay, this time we're going to start right on Chorale 3. Okay, so you might be thinking to yourself that that sounds pretty similar to the first two chorales, and it probably does. So what we have right here is I have already zoomed in a little bit on Chorale 3. Now we can still see everything in the whole chorale, but I'm actually going to zoom in just a little bit more so we have a little more room to work with labeling these chords. And before I start, I'm going to learn my lesson, and actually I don't like... Okay, let's do that. That'll be a nice color. I've learned my lesson. I'm going to go ahead and write out the C major scale right now. Oh, okay. Okay, so C is 1, D is 2, E is 3, F is 4, G is 5, A is 6, and B is 7. There we have our C major scale to refer to starting in a moment. Alright, so I've done that. Let's go ahead and start analyzing this. Once again, Chorale 3 is in C major, just like the first two chorales that we've looked at. And what we need to do is start figuring out what these chords are. Now, you may have already noticed the first chord we have is actually the same exact first chord as the other two chorales. C, G, E, C, C, G, E, C, and once again we have C, G, E, and C, which means this is a C major chord. Now, what is the root of the C major chord? The answer is C, and that root is our lowest note, so this is a C major chord in root position. So we're just going to mark it with a Roman numeral 1. Capital I, Roman numeral 1, because it is in root position. So after the C major chord, we can see here, for the first time, our bass note actually does not change. This lowest note in the C major chord is the same lowest note in the next chord, so we know that that note is also a C. Our G will step up one to... I'm sorry, I started marking the wrong letter. We have an A here. The E that we have will step up to an F. And this is the first time that we've had a jump like this in the soprano line. We have the C going up a perfect fourth all the way to this high F. Now that might be out of some singers' ranges, but a proper soprano should be able to do this without a problem. So what we have here, the notes in this chord are F, A, and C. So let me write that in here. F, A, C, and we do have a second F, but we don't have to write down doublings. The notes that, or the chord that's formed by F and A and C all at the same time, that's still going to be an F major chord. Just like the other two chorales, they've gone C major to F major. Right here, C major to F major, same thing in Chorale 1. So we know that F major is our fourth chord. The note F is the fourth scale degree in C major, which means that the F chord is our 4 chord. Now this time, we do not have it in first inversion. In Chorale 2, our F major chord, we have an A in the bottom. An A is the third of the chord. That's the first inversion we can have. Here we actually have a C in the bottom. Now, if it's F in the bottom, that is a root position. If it's an A at the bottom, that is this is root position. A as the lowest note would be first inversion. C as the lowest note would be second inversion. That's what we have here. We have a 4 chord in second inversion. And the way that this is marked is with a 6 and then a 4 underneath. The reason why we have that is the distance from this C to this A, that is a 6th, so we have to mark the 6, And we also need to mark the 4 from C up to F. That's a perfect fourth, because if we just mark the 6, that says first inversion. But this one's in second inversion. So this first measure, one more time. So we have a C major chord in root position, and that is followed up by an F major chord in second inversion. So we have a 1 and then a 4 6 4. And that's exactly how you would say it.